Well, good morning everybody and welcome back to Living La Dolce Vita, the front room refurb. So, not quite sure what episode this is, 14 is in my head, but I'm not sure if that's correct. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed my little trip to Danarogov Caves on the previous film. So, just going to bring you up to speed on the front room and then we'll crack on from there. Okay, so obviously I didn't film it, but the past 2 days, today being Thursday the 2nd of September I believe, I had the chimney stack removed. So obviously I couldn't do anything with this area here because rubbish coming down during the process. So now that they're finished, I can open this back up and then clean out whatever mess is in there, and I'm hoping now that I can basically finish that off in that I can put the skirting board in and the plasterboard, etc, etc. I've also got to make sure now that I put some facility, like cable, an old cable or something, through that hole, through there and into out of this hole, out of this panel for the electric fire cable. And what I plan to do is I have to chop the plug off the fire because I couldn't disconnect it inside the fire because some of the cables are so deep inside that I'd have to take basically the whole lot out to get at the cables. So the easier option would be just to cut the plug off, put a new plug on obviously, but run the wire through, or the cable through there and out that hole. Now to do that, once this is all fixed in, I need to put an old bit of cable through so I could put something to tape it up to, and hopefully it'll pull through. We'll see. The only other option will be then, if that doesn't work, I'll have to cut a bigger hole in there and make good that hole later. But anyway, we'll see. Also, I need to run a cable from this hole as well through all the way across to this side. So there'll be two cables coming through there. Basically what will happen is to take a speaker cable or wire from that side. Yes, that's right. Oh, that's it. To this side, to a speaker which will be on this side for my stereo unit. Right. So yeah, that's the plan. I expect I shall do this on Timelapse, I would imagine. Anyway, bye for now, and I'll see you. Actually, there's not that much. Goodness. Right. No. Start again. Right, I'll keep this in the film because obviously not everything runs according to plan. First mistake. Sure it won't be the last, I'm sure, but right, I need to feed this cable through the holes first before I can tape that to that. Right, bear with me. So everybody, this is the reason why a lot of people keep stuff. They think, oh, I'm going to throw this in, I'm never going to use it. It's a cable like this are very handy for various things. Where is it? Can't find it. Ah, there it is. Try again. The problem I've got is that halfway in there's a void, and if it's not perfectly straight, whatever route you push through, it'll dive down in the void. It means that I can't get it out, can't get it through. I'm trying to get that as straight as possible. Ah, there we are. Right. Right. I'm going to try this, see if this works. There's no reason why it shouldn't work. The only tie that to that, a little bit more. Right, scratch that up so there's no bits to catch hopefully. I think I should put a bit more on there, I think. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, if I perhaps put a bit of conduit through that, a bit of pipe, might make it a bit easier. So, right, just got to pull that back through now. Hopefully, without. So that one will be for the. That'll be for the speaker cable. Right, now then. Okay, so what's going to happen now? So just to recap then, let's make sure you can see what you're doing. So this, I'm not going to cut it or anything, there's no point. So this green one will pull through the speaker cable all the way through. I don't know if you can see up here, all the way from up here across to there and through to that side, and then this white one will pull the cable from the electric fire through. Once I've put all the boards back here, drilled a hole to accommodate the electrical cable to go through, and hopefully it will go through. That's the theory. Right, so what I need to do now is to what do I need to do now? Yes. Well, I'm going to double check where the cable from the fire comes out. I think it was from the bottom, so to give me the location where to drill into this board here. I don't know if you can see, if that's in shot now. No point in drilling a hole there and the cable coming up and in that way. Might as well have it the shortest route through. Yeah, and then obviously cut a piece of plasterboard to fit in there. Right, anyway, I'll pause that here and then I'll put the rest on time lapse. Bye for now. Okay, so you've seen a bit of time lapse of me fiddling and farting. I don't mean literally farting, but oh right. I need a new tape measure. The other one is broken. So I was trying to determine to centralise the fire that's going on the wall here, and obviously the main body of the fire is smaller than the outer piece of the front of the fire itself, so I'm trying to determine the centre between this and the floor and all the rest of it, so I could put the cable through to and also to make it so that it's hidden as best as possible. Right, so what I need to do now is let's have a look. I need to feed that cable through somehow without too much aggravation. To from there. Now, I'm hoping that when I put it back from the other end, that the fire cable will go through there and be put up through there. That's the theory. So, yeah, I hope that's going to be what's going to work, but you never know, do you? Oh. Right, that's that one. Now then, I'm not seems fairly flush. What I may do is, also I'll try and pin this down nice and tight as I can. I may just take a little chamfer out on the edges, so that when I put the filler in, that it will you know, I can't get my words out this morning. Grade it out, that's it, grade it out so that because it's a bit below the level in some places and above the level in some places. So it's not perfect, unfortunately. Right, now actually I just remembered, I need to double check where these, which ones are for the wooden framework, so I didn't screw through. Right, which ones are they? So it's that one and that one, top and bottom, and right, okay, so it's that one, that one, that one, and these are the centres of the pattern underneath. So I can all see. There we are. Right, now then. Okay, so I'll say the one in the middle for diddle. There we go. Right. Anyway. Right, so I need to get some more screws now. Okay, everybody. Just fitting the mounting bracket to for the fire. So drilled now. That's right there. I'll go through how I've sorted this out shortly, and as far as I know it differs slightly to what's in the instructions, but anyway. Where's that other one? No. Finishes off by hand. As I say, these impact drivers are right. I don't think that's going anywhere. Just double check my level on this. Yep. As they say in building parlances, that'll do. Right, now then. Where's that? It's pretty close to the, I don't know, you can see there. So the cable's pretty close to that hole. I wanted a little bit of an upward thing on it. Why? I don't know, but I just did. So I'm just going to cut this plug off now. And I did measure it, I think I measured it anyway. And in theory, this should reach all the way through up to there. It should be enough cable. If it doesn't, I'm stuffed. So I'm going to cut that off, connect it to that, pull it through. Yeah. Right. Anyway. Right. Okay, everybody, and welcome back to Living La Dolce Vita. So as you can see, I managed to pull the cable through. Yeah, a bit dirty and dusty at the moment. I'll sort that out shortly. So yeah, it's switched on. I had to put a new plug on, obviously. Just so happened I had one in the garage. Yeah. Right, so that's that. So obviously I don't need this cable now. Now then, I'll show you the fire in a minute. So obviously there's an excess of cable. What I'll do is I'll just push it through so that it's in behind the fireplace, inside the fireplace itself. Yeah, and so the instructions didn't seem, well, I'm sure they were right, because obviously but I did it a different way to what they suggested, which was to hold the unit up there. It says you need 2 pairs of hands. Well, all I did was right, let's start from the beginning. So I had that sort of area there, and I wanted it as central as possible, but I also had to make sure there was enough clearance here and at the bottom for ventilation to the top, because the heat, so the air comes in at the top and heat comes out at the bottom. So that's why I had to make all these funny measurements, make sure it was central and it was level and all the rest of it. Anyway, so the bracket at the back, all I did was I fixed, I don't know if you can't see from here, but there's a bracket on the back of this. So all I did was put the bracket in place on the actual body. Then I measured from the top to the bottom of the bracket, and then obviously I measured down, put a mark, levelled it, drilled the 4 holes into the brickwork. It could have been into the chipboard, but it coincided with the brickwork, in fact. And then the body just hooks onto the bracket, and there is a fixing at the bottom. You can see it. We're somewhere down there. There we are. There's that fixing there. I think you can see it. I won't put that in just yet, because obviously this fire needs to come back off to various bits and pieces. Yeah. So fire's in place. Do I like it? I'm going to reserve judgment. It comes away from the wall a bit too much for my liking, but here we are. I bought it now, and I'm not going to send it back. I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I'm just going to sit down because I've strained my back a bit, unfortunately. And although it's level, I know it's level, it looks as if it's dropping down this end. Yeah. I don't know. See. Anyway, so it's switched. It is plugged in and switched on. Let's see. There we are. Now, I haven't had to fiddle with it yet, but there are various settings. You can set it to come on at certain times of the day and throughout the week, and you can set your heat temperature. That doesn't make sense. You can set the temperature to what you want it to go to. So in other words, if you want it 20 degrees in here, you set it at 20 degrees, and the built-in thermostat will register when it gets to that point. What have we got here? So we've got flame settings. Got that one. That one. That one. How many is that? 4, is it? That's 5. And then back to the same one. So yeah, that doesn't affect the heat. It just this is the temperature button here, I think. I can't see what it's set at. It's set at 27. So that's set at 27. Well, we'd only have 27, that's for sure. So we'll go down. We'll set that to 18. does that stabilize when I... Ah, here we are. So I've set that to 18, so the heat will kick out until it reaches 18 degrees. I mean, it should be 18 in here already, but yeah, anyway. In fact, let's take it down and see if it cuts out. Oh, hang on. What happened there? So the maximum you can go down to 18, 17 on. So 17 is the maximum you can go down to by the look of it. Let's go up, because I heard a click earlier. Well, that's 17. (19) 20. Ah, there we are. Right, so it's obviously the temperature is hovering around 20 degrees in here. Anyway, let's switch that off. So there we are. So the fan, it keeps running in for a few seconds to cool the unit down, and then it switches off. Right. So what's left? So I'll be taking the fire off. I can now put the skirting board back permanently. Then I could put some filler around the edges where the plasterboard is. Then I gotta think about, once I've done that, I'll put the heater back temporarily, because the next point is to emulsion everything. So there we are. So that endeth this particular episode. Yes, we're getting there slowly. But it doesn't look level to me. And yes, I'm not particularly happy about it sticking out from the wall so much, but you can't bury it into the space, unfortunately. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. Right, that'll do for now. I'll see you in the next episode. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe and click the icon for notifications when the next episode is due, etc. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.